dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. A southern Kentucky county official is facing an allegation of drunk driving. Police say Danny Price was pulled over and did not pass several field sobriety tests on a Pulaski County roadway. Price is the deputy judge executive. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what Price is accused of doing.
A state trooper noticed a white Chevy Tahoe weaving in the roadway on Kentucky 80 just after 8 o'clock Monday night.
And it also crossed the fog line. That gave him an indication that something was going on with that vehicle.
When police pulled the SUV over, the trooper said that he could smell alcohol
coming from the vehicle. And when he asked him to get out of the vehicle, that's when he smelled alcohol coming from his person.
Police say Danny Price said that he had just left a business meeting and that he was in his county-issued vehicle. Several field sobriety tests were given, and during the one-leg stand, he began before instructed, used arms for balance, and he didn't remove his foot from the ground. He refused breathalyzer, blood, and urine tests. The Pulaski County Judge Executive told me that there's really not much he can say. He says he is still investigating all of this himself, but he did say that Danny Price remains on the job. He says that the county attorney told him not to do anything because he's innocent until proven guilty. Price is also charged with careless driving and failure to or improper signal. He was taken to jail but has since been released. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Police and county officials say they could not say where Price was coming from, but that he was meeting with a developer concerning the county's industrial park prior to his arrest. Also in Pulaski County, a man is in jail accused of sending inappropriate messages to a 16-year-old. Police say this man, John Clevenger, tried to convince the teen to meet up with him at a local motel. Officers showed up instead. They say Clevenger called out the victim's name when they knocked on the door to his room. They arrested him on the spot. He's charged with distributing obscene matter to a minor. In Laurel County, deputies made another arrest in a burglary that took place last week. Yesterday, 34-year-old John Richards was taken into custody. Deputies say Richards broke into a house off Mallard Drive near London. He allegedly took items and caused damage to the home. Richards was charged with burglary and criminal mischief. Deputies previously arrested Stephen Graves and Tony Day and charged them with receiving stolen property in connection with the same burglary.
Well, it's been another gloomy day in the mountains, and we're going to start tomorrow as we head into the next couple of days, but still deal with a little bit of snow on the ground. As we look over into US 119 and Pine Mountain, we'll hang on to a little bit of that snow until we see that sunshine and those warmer temperatures as we head into tomorrow. But looking over into the Mountain Parkway, you see those gloomy skies, no snow over there, over in parts of Powell County. There's those clouds, though, we've been dealing with throughout the day. Going to continue to see that as we head into the evening hours, but most of those will start to break up as we head into the overnight hours, and especially as we head into your Wednesday. Those temperatures, though, they are cold. A lot of us into the low to mid 30s, already near freezing in Pikeville and Wise, Virginia. So as we head into tonight, we're going to hang on to those clouds, but we're going to start to see them break as we head into the rest of those overnight hours. Temperatures really only dropping into about the lower 30s. Those clouds will keep us a little bit on the warmer side tonight. We're also going to see those winds increase as we head into tomorrow. More on that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Paige. Another Democratic candidate has dropped out of the 2020 presidential race. Senator Kamala Harris informed supporters her campaign is over. CBS's Danya Backus reports from Los Angeles.
Senator Kamala Harris launched her presidential campaign in January and quickly emerged as a potential frontrunner.
I stand before you today, clear-eyed about the fight ahead and what has to be done.
But the California Democrat informed supporters on Tuesday she has run out of money.
It is with deep regret, but also with deep gratitude, that I am suspending our campaign today.
Harris's husband followed the news with this affectionate tweet saying, "I've got you, as always." And her former rivals paid their respects.
She is an incredibly strong public servant and has done great work already for our country in the U.S. Senate, and I know she is going to do even more.
I have mixed emotions about it. because she is really a solid person. And we're loaded with talent.
Harris is the first African-American senator in California history, and her campaign gathered some major endorsements. But after raising $12 million in the first 3 months, her fundraising stayed flat. She dropped to single digits in the polls, and critics said she lacked a clear message. A series of negative articles chronicled upheaval in her campaign staff, drawing an objection from her former rival, Julian Castro.
Grossly unfair and unfortunate. I'm glad that she's going to keep fighting in the United States Senate.
In the past 2 days, Montana Governor Steve Bullock and Pennsylvania's Joe Sestak also ended their campaigns. With Senator Harris officially out, 15 candidates remain in the race for the Democratic nomination. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Officials from the United Nations will make a stop in Kentucky later this month. The current U.S. ambassador to the UN, Kelly Knight-Craft, is from the Bluegrass. She says members of the UN Security Council will be in Frankfurt and Lexington for what she called sofa talks and informal meetings. The visit is scheduled for December 13th through the 15th. A major purchase in the steel industry could help the economy here in eastern Kentucky. Production ended at AK Steel in Ashland last month, but today Cleveland Cliffs announced it's buying the steel company. The company said today that they will create a vertically integrated business and that the Ashland plant would, quote, create future opportunities. The deal is expected to close in the first half of next year. Another high school shooting in Wisconsin, this one in the city of Oshkosh. Police say a 16-year-old student confronted a resource officer, stabbing him. The officer then fired a shot, hitting the student. The school was placed on lockdown. The officer and student have non-life-threatening injuries. No one else was hurt. This is the second school shooting in 2 days. The first happened yesterday in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Police say a student pointed a gun at officers in that instance, and the officer fired shots. That student is recovering. From Black Friday to Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday, a lot of focus is on shopping right now, but today is Giving Tuesday, focusing on giving back to the community. WYMT's Madison program has more on how you can participate in Giving Tuesday this year.
Shopping is one thing on people's mind lately, but on the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, the focus is a little different.
So Giving Tuesday means that we give back to the things that we care about the most.
It is all about giving back.
What do you care about? And for us, we care about community. So we are hoping on Giving Tuesday, everybody out there will think about their favorite charity, their favorite cause, what means something to them.
Jerry Wohl with the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky says you do not have to go far to do that.
By giving to the Community Foundation, you can direct your dollars straight to the community where you live or want to give.
Hosting funds for nearly 200 nonprofits across the region.
We host funds for a multitude of nonprofit organizations around the region, the clinic, the Housing Development Alliance, the Challenger Center.
It is not about the amount, but the action.
Break out that $1, $1,000, $100, whatever you can give.
Moving one step closer.
When all of us give, we always will have enough.
Enough to make progress in bettering the communities we live in, one donation at a time. In Perry County, Madison Program, WYMT Mountain News.
You can donate to the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky by visiting their website, appalachianky.org, where you'll also be able to select the organization of your choice. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, kids in one county received free dental care today. We'll tell you about the organization that provides the service.
And sunshine returns as we head into tomorrow. Warmer temperatures also on the way, but when we see more scattered rain chances here soon, I'll have those answers coming up in just a little bit.
It's Giving Tuesday, and today officials with Pikeville Medical Center announced a donation program for their pediatric facility. Coming up, I'm Marianne Fletcher, and I'll tell you all about it.